It's showtime.
Hey, Carl.
What's happening, Drew?
How's it going?
It's going fantastic, buddy. How you been?
Pretty good. We haven't spoken since the Magic Bag.
I know. By the way, great game last night. Sorry about your Tigers. Hope they turn this around.
Thank you very much. But yeah, that was a hell of a game last night. And a hell of an event at the Bag. I could not believe what a great crowd it was, and I thought it was the best show of the 4 years.
I agree. I thought Dave Landau got things started with a bang. He's so funny. And stand up and then just being on the panels with us for a few, I thought that went really well.
No, it was great fun. And since then, I've got behind on the Dabbleverse. I was trying to catch up yesterday. There's some really funny stuff going on now. Stuttering John's license is suspended, and this is something that the Dabbleverse informed him of, correct?
Right. There's a lot of sleuths out there in the Dabbleverse, and they're looking through government records. They're looking on websites, and they discovered that John stopped paying for his car insurance, so his license was suspended.
Okay. I have some questions here. I don't know, because you don't pay your car insurance, they suspend your license? Wouldn't you still have a license to drive other people's insured cars? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me either. I don't know if that's something that Florida does because it's just as a punishment, maybe. I'm not sure.
Seems like you have to trigger getting your license suspended, like get pulled over for something, and they go, oh, well, there's this. So is it possible that he was pulled over recently and got a violation?
You know, I'm more concerned about an $850,000 settlement than I am about John losing his driver's license, so I haven't looked into it that much, Drew, I'll be honest.
But does this sound suspicious at all to you? Because it sounds weird to me.
It's super weird because John first denied it. He's like, of course I have my license. What are you talking about? And then Vince, the lawyer, comes down and goes, yeah, no, John, I see your license, but it is? Oh, why is that? And then he's talking about letters he got from the DMV. They say he has to prove he has insurance by the 18th, but he has insurance on the 16th when they has to go to the DMV. He brought up town hall at one point. I got to go to town hall to prove I have insurance. Like it's so confusing. John's confused. I'm confused. We're all confused.
But we do know for a fact that he has had his license suspended. We know that's true.
That is true.
Okay, yeah. I just don't believe what he's saying, but we'll see. The Dabbleverse will figure it out. Cardiff, where are you?
I also found out from a guy who used to be good friends with John that his Harley that he's all proud of down in Florida isn't even registered. So that's just a problem waiting to happen at all times.
Okay, I don't mean to pile on to John, but
yeah, right.
But Carl, you were playing clips of John. He's streaming the Giants game and offering, of course, valuable commentary. But he was streaming the Giants game, correct? You could hear the play-by-play.
Yeah, we were watching it last night on Point Dabble Point that was on my channel on YouTube. A bunch of clips. Sunday night, John decided to just start streaming during the Sunday Night Football game because his team, the Giants, were playing, and boy, was he drunk.
Now, when I heard, yeah, he looked pretty bombed in the clips I saw, but when I heard the description and accounts of the game, the play-by-play, I assumed, of course, that John had the express written consent of the National Football League.
It was blaring. And usually when you watch people watch sports, you don't hear the play-by-play. You let the person who's watching it do the play-by-play.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
John just had a blare. So all the commercials we heard, like John was dancing to commercials. He was so drunk. But Drew, I'm glad you brought that up because my clip number one here, Mark,
Yep.
John comes on the next day. So yesterday he comes on and explains why he watched football on his stream.
Don't cross the Duke. Everybody knows that.
Hey, not everybody, but I did prove one point last night as I did what I said I was going to do. I watched football and I did a stream for a little bit. Why? Just to prove I can get more listeners and viewers doing a non-promoted stream than Pocky. More people were interested in me sitting there watching a game than they are in the nonsense Heritage Points Project 2025 bullshit that Pocky fucking spews.
All right, so what he's saying here is that he proved he has more people watching and listening to him than Anthony Cumia does on his WABC Sunday night radio show.
Yeah.
How
right.
would you ever compute that? Because there's no number available immediately on Anthony.
Well, Drew, there's a stream on YouTube of Anthony's WABC radio show.
Oh.
That alone has 4 times as many views as John's. Not to mention Anthony's on in New York City and over 20 other syndicated markets, and it's on their app that people use to stream it, and any other number of ways people are listening to Anthony's show. So I actually texted Anthony about this today. And I asked him if he saw that John was saying that he has more viewers than him. And he
Carl,
just wrote back,
you're pouring gas on the fire, Carl.
well, no, because he was texting me about something before that, but I just was curious when he
Oh.
think at him. He's definitely losing it.
Oh, we lost you there for a second. I'm still a little bit stuck on the fact, did John, do you think he had the express written consent of the National Football League? Is that possible?
We're going back to that now.
Just have a feeling. No, we lost you for just a second there. What did Anthony say when you told him that John was claiming this?
Yes, he said that he saw that. He was watching it live. He said the entire chat was laughing at John as he was claiming that he had more viewers.
Oh.
I'm just trying to figure out by what metric could he ever possibly. I mean, I know he doesn't really have much sense.
His own metric, Drew. He makes his own stuff up.
Okay.
He says it,
Yeah,
therefore it's true.
It's surprising to me because Aaron Imholt does the same thing over on Steel Toe Morning Show, where they make up these metrics and they tell you they're beating people, but there's receipts for all this stuff because there's counters on YouTube and there's all these websites you can look at.
Yeah, I guess, there is that theory that if you just say something enough, a lot of people will believe it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're gaslighting their audience, but it doesn't work for John. No one believes him. He's a known liar.
no, and he has no fans because all the people that watching him are making fun of him or laughing at him. So I don't know what
Right.
the point is. But, then again, what's the point of John going over his brilliant fantasy football team? Who the fuck would think anyone would care about their fantasy football team?
Did you see the other thing I uncovered on Point Dabble Point yesterday? John's in 3 fantasy leagues,
Yes.
and 2 of them are the ones where you just set up with randos in Yahoo fantasy leagues. He's like setting his lineup for things where there's no buy-in and you don't even know the other people you're playing against.
Why bother?
That is
What's
so
the point?
embarrassing.
He's a child. I tell you, when you find out he's 7 years old, it all makes sense.
It really does.
But he could win, I guess, so he'd have that big win to brag about, even though it's against random people.
Yep, for sure. He's probably playing against a kid who actually is 7 years old, or a house wife or something, and bragging about.
I'm
winning.
surprised he's not in like 1,000 leagues that's all random generated, so he can maybe win one of them and then brag about it.
I was going to say, this way he wins. Even if he wins 1 out of 3,
Yep.
he can always say, I won again.
Yep. What'd you win? Nothing.
Well, John knows so many ways to win. Carl, I hope you're over this. John actually played Scott Norwood's 47-yard field goal miss just to get in Carl's face yesterday in the Super Bowl 25.
Oh, yeah, because you're not over that.
Could you imagine you're doing a show and you're literally just targeting one guy and just trying to piss one guy off while you're doing a show? And that went on for a while, too, where he's playing that segment as if I was going to be like, wide right again, fuck!
And declaring he won.
Yes.
Also, before I forget, John, you guys had some great clips on Point Dabble Point. The clip where John is asked, so did you pay for your date? Because he claimed he was on a date. And then he goes, I certainly did, and it was paid more than $100.
Yeah, a Hyundai is what he calls it.
Okay. But
He's got a real slick slang going.
But spending $100 on a date, people are supposed to be impressed by that.
Yeah.
He said he was out dancing all night. $100 is not an impressive amount of money to spend on 2 people if you're out all night.
And who mentions the amount they paid? I mean, what the
Poor people. The answer is poor people.
He does it all the time, though. Whenever he pays for anything, he always points it out. And also, the bartender was jealous.
Oh, yeah, he was making the bartender jealous because she has a crush on John, according to
Oh,
John.
Jesus.
He's very perceptive. If he thinks that's what's going on, it probably is true.
Oh, my God.
So in this episode from yesterday, John starts off, he's going after Anthony pretty hard. And this is, my next clip here is what I call cryptic John. This is where John gives you 0 information and it's pointless and worthless.
I had this guy, Jay Warren, DM me on Facebook today, telling me all of this shit. I'm not going to repeat any of it because I don't want to get sued. But let's just say, it ain't good, man. It's not good. I don't know if it's true. I mean, how would I know? There's no way to know. Is there? What is there?
Good stuff.
Such a good actor.
He's such a mystery.
All I know is I'd be very nervous if he was talking about me.
Well, I think that's the thing is that if we did that to John, he'd be like, "Oh shit, what do they find out about me?" Like, Anthony doesn't care. He's not concerned about this. It's not scaring anyone. It's not good content.
His acting is so fucking bad on that too. I mean, I just think it's bullshit. I don't think anybody DM'd him. No, who would DM him except to rag him?
Well, there are people who are detractors of Anthony, so who knows? But my next clip here, I call this show prep John. And if there's one thing John's really good at, it's prepping for his show, being ready to go.
I mean, it's like it's really upsetting. I can't remember the name of it though. I can't remember what it was, but it was a whole documentary on you, Pocky. And it's not good. It's not complimentary at all. It really exposes a lot of this shit. Now, I don't know if it's true, but it apparently, I don't know how to find it though. Somebody know what that documentary is? It was like an hour and a half long of just fucking Pocky just ticking down the Pock. Can't remember what the fuck it is. But damn it, I remember it was something about him being really bad.
This is what he led with on the show yesterday.
Does he ever find out? I mean, spoiler alert, do we ever find out? Of course not. So no one tells him. No one does my work for me.
He's been on podcasts now for over 10 years, I believe, or close to 10 years. Yep. He's been hosting a podcast for quite a few years, and he's not more resourceful than that. I mean, that's incredible.
You just reminded me of something, Drew, I'm very excited about. So we've been doing this series. If you're our Patreon member or if you're on our YouTube, you subscribe to that behind the paywall. We've been doing Living in the Past with Stuttering John. We're going back to 2018.
Oh, I love
and going
those.
back to the podcast before the Dabbleverse existed. And it's very interesting.
He's so full of himself, too. That's what I love about him. He's still on top of the world.
He's got so much optimism. He thinks a lot of great things are going to happen. He's going to get on the radio. He's going to get a TV show. He's got all these ideas. It's funny. But someone sent me his episodes from back when he was on Podcast One with Tammy Pescatelli before those shows and some older shows in that. So we're going back to 2016, 2017 when he was hosting his own podcast, stuff I've never heard before.
Oh, I'm so psyched. No, every time it feels like we're coming to the end, like the book. And then you got the podcast with the, what's her name? Stephanie Miller. And now these,
Stephanie Miller show is amazing.
Wow. I mean, you've uncovered almost every bit of content he's ever put out. And I mean, it's not enough.
We just keep finding more stuff. We got a lot to get to, but that was just a cheap plug. Patreon.com/these podcasts. We do a deep dive into John's past, which is great. Now, I call this next clip Man of Convictions. And, we're bringing in Kevin Brennan now into the conversation. And you can tell that John definitely has his point of view and holds to it.
Now, he's referring to Kevin Brennan. Now, look, Kevin Brennan's been quite the asshole to me. And I'm not going to fucking sit here and white knight for him. But I guess I am.
John can contradict himself faster than anyone.
What happened to John's mustache?
Yeah, what is growing in on his lip there?
No, it looks
zoom in on it.
Really
I don't
weird.
think he knows how to shave.
Did he shave the center of it and not the outside?
I got a 5 o'clock shadow, but just on my mustache.
Does he? What kind of filters is he using too? Because his face just looks. I mean,
it's all the way up in StreamYard. He's got it cranked.
Oh god, it looks like. He looks like shit to begin with, but now it really looks like shit.
Wait, this is an improved version of John I'm looking at?
Yeah, thanks to AI and tech.
Wow.
Smooths out the skin, takes the hairs that are growing on the top of his nose out.
Yeah.
Does he ever forget to use the filters?
Well, sometimes when he does cameos or he does other things where he's using his phone, you get full HD, John, and you can see the difference.
Yikes! Look at that.
Yeah. He looks awful.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
Wow.
Now, did you notice what he said there? He goes, I'm not going to white knight for Kevin Brennan. dudes don't white knight for other dudes. He calls me a just do it all the time, calling me gay. And he's talking about white knighting for a dude.
Right. Or like simping.
Yeah, like John learns these terms and doesn't know what they mean and then just uses them over and over again because he's an idiot.
Why does he seems to have a thing for like Kevin Brennan is my buddy, which I don't understand because he doesn't get back in return at all. What is his thing with Kevin Brennan? Why does he like him or seem to think he's an ally?
He wants Kevin Brennan to respect him because he respects Kevin Brennan, a guy who's actually been in show business, on Saturday Night Live, did the stand-up thing, has a lot of credits.
Oh,
so John wants to like align with him.
But Kevin Brennan never gives him anything, does he?
Kevin Brennan hates his guts. Kevin Brennan hates everyone. So now in my next clip, he's yelling at Cardiff. And the whole thing with Cardiff Electric, who's the floating potato in the Dabbleverse, is no one knows what his real name. No one knows what he does for a living. He's kept it a mystery for years. And John's always trying to dox Cardiff, get this information out. He's always claiming that he finally has the information. And he's doing that again.
I've been sitting on your name. I've been sitting on your yob. Have I released anything? No, I haven't. Yeah, I tweeted out one picture. By the way, that is not doxing. That is not doxing. That's right. I have quite a few attorneys.
Laugh towel.
Now, not the ones that I'm dealing with this case that you all seem to know about. I'm talking about my lawyer in Florida, my lawyer in California. That's not doxing. It's not. So stop it.
So I pick up on something because I speak Melenda-ese. What he's talking about here is that he got scared that he did something illegal. And so he's reaching out to his attorney friends and be like, oh, shit, can I get in trouble for this? And bugging them with it because he's panicking. And then he comes out and goes, oh, I got attorneys all over Florida, California. I know what's going on. I know what my legal rights are.
Yeah, why do you have so many attorneys outside of these attorneys for this thing with these people are talking about?
And imagine being John's attorney. You are getting inundated with text messages and phone calls and forwarded emails. It's got to be nonstop.
And probably not getting paid either.
Well, yeah, with what money? Well,
yeah,
how would
exactly.
they get paid?
Yeah, who was paying? Right. No, he'd be a terrible client because he would be on the phone with you for hours and hours, and the billing, whoever's getting billed for this must be getting crazy. Like John was on the phone for 6 hours. What? Because he just talked about nothing.
It's worse than that, Drew, because John thinks he's an attorney. He keeps threatening to take the LSAT and enter into law school.
Please do.
It's crazy. So he really thinks that he has this legal mind. So I can only imagine he's probably arguing with his attorneys on what to do.
Where did this thing about he's going to take the LSAT and go to law school come from? That is so. He's 60. It would take him. I mean, if he got out of law school at 63, let's say, and passed the bar, he would only have X number of years to make the money back it takes to pay for law school. That's insane.
Remember when I said that he's like a 7-year-old? This is one of his fantasies that he has. I'm so smart and I'm going to become a big, powerful lawyer and I'll sue everyone. It's a fantasy.
So he just wants to say, I'm going to take the LSATs and I'm going to be a lawyer just so he can say,
scare people.
I'm going to be a lawyer. Yeah. Or, yeah, it sounds impressive. Except
I think he does fantasize about it, though, just like how he thought he was going to bang Kate Meany. I think that he gets these delusional thoughts and he convinces himself like, yeah, this is what's happening now.
But it sounds so dumb because it would take years to go to law school and he would, first of all, we know he'd be a shitty lawyer. Well, we know he'd never pass the bar. I mean, I'm sorry I brought it up. It's so dumb.
Well, it's even dumber than that because Anthony Cumia was on Shuli's show and Anthony goes, listen, if John actually passes the bar and becomes an attorney, I will reimburse everything that he paid for law school and all the exams and everything. And John's been yelling every day since then, put it in writing, Anthony. Put it in writing.
Oh, God.
Well, it's like, this is ridiculous. I told him I'd eat my club foot if he becomes an attorney. It's just not going to happen.
How was he going to pay for it before Anthony offered to reimburse him? I mean, he did have a payment plan, right?
It wouldn't matter. He can't pass the LSAT. People are posting at Damage Anonymous on the subreddit example questions that you got on the LSAT. You'd have to actually know things about the law in order to pass this thing. There's no way.
I just want to throw this out to Cardiff. Cardiff, can you please find out why John's license is suspended? Something must have triggered this. I just wanted to mention that.
He'll know. He will know the answer. You should have Cardiff on the show today. I apologize. My clip number 6, John's going to let us know that he's better than everyone else in the Dabbleverse.
I'm a good man. You guys could all like to think that I'm not, but I'm a very good man. And anybody who knows me knows I'm a good man. I'll go out of my way to help people. That's my mantra. I'm here to help people. What the fuck else am I here for?
Just sue everybody.
A friend calls me, asks me to help them do something, I am there.
Yeah, how convenient that he's useless. I can't help anybody with anything, so it works out.
It's so absurd.
It's,
What are you
it's
talking
so silly
about?
because, I mean, we could document all of John's fallouts with all of his friends and family members. He doesn't talk to his kids anymore. There's everyone from the Howard Stern show, everyone he's ever worked with, co-hosting since he started doing podcasting. You know, you have Noel Kassler and Hal Sparks and Stephanie Miller. You just go through lists and lists of people who put him on the do not mind list. They do not talk to him at all anymore. And John's like, I'm just a great guy, and everyone knows it.
How many partners? How many partners has he had?
Oh my gosh. We did at DabbleCon 2, or maybe it was the first DabbleCon, we did an in memoriam where we just showed all of John's past co-hosts. It lasted for 5. It was the entire Sarah McLachlan song.
What a great bit. That's awesome. That's fucking great.
It's great. But you heard him just say, like, you could ask any of my friends. I'm always there to help them. Clip 7, he gives examples of who we can ask.
Oh.
Ask my nieces, ask my nephews.
Oh,
You ask the amount of people I helped. I'll wait.
What about your kids, John? You have 3 kids, and he said your nephews and nieces? That's telling.
I mean, like, I have his nieces and nephews' phone numbers to ask them.
He also just invited all of us to bug his family members. I just want to point that out.
I'll
Because he
wait.
complains about that. I'll wait. I
Yeah.
hate that. I'll wait.
I'll
thing.
wait. That seems to be his new thing.
Yes, he repeats it over and over and over again. It's not funny. It's very annoying. All right, can we end with a little self-indulgence here?
Sure.
Like my clip number 8. You know, when John came back to doing a show again, because he had been gone for months, he was very careful to never bring up my name or Shuli's name. Now, of course, he never says my name. He says Just Do It or Lady K. And of course, Shuli is the shitwire. Well, for whatever reason, I don't know why, because the lawsuit's still lawsuiting. For whatever reason, he's just all in now talking about us again.
And what did I do to you, Lady K? I'll wait. Nothing. I didn't even know who you are. I didn't know who you were. As doesn't anybody. And what'd you do? You decided to figure out a way to make money by goofing on me and Opie, 2 people who are way more successful than you. And that's how you started your marketing of hate.
You didn't know where he was going with that. You can tell.
No.
I just want to point something out, John, for how huge he is. He has all these giant credits: the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast, the Tonight Show, the Howard Stern Show.
One too many.
Oh, one too many, exactly. He's in Dude, Where's My Car, right?
Yep.
I mean, amazing
Airheads.
credits. Airheads. Okay, he's got 21,000 YouTube subscribers. He's been on YouTube since like 2011 or something. Carl has 31,000.
33, but who's counting?
Oh, 33,000. I'm sorry. Who else is he coming down on there? Well, a lot of the people in the Dabbleverse have more followers than him. If he has all these incredible credits, this great head start, why does he have less subscriptions? Why does he have less views? Because he sucks.
I'm sure you'd have a reason for that would be different than mine. And mine is that he's not talented and no one gives a shit.
Well, that's true.
I would say if you.
But it's also.
Before we shine the spotlight on him, and I'm talking about WATP, I'm taking full credit for this. I mean, this would have happened with me or without me, but no one was paying attention to what he was doing until we went, oh my gosh, John's doing a podcast that is laughable. And that's when the show started gaining attention. And he actually had like probably 14,000 subs back then. He's only gained subs since we did that.
I was going to say, if you asked him, he'd probably say, I'm streaming way more than my numbers are better, because he'll just make it up, just like he did with Anthony. So.
But, I mean, the facts are he just doesn't have the subs. He doesn't have the views. We know what the truth is. And left to his own devices, maybe he is helpful when he's part of something else as the 4th or 5th guy. But as a host leading a show, he is a complete failure. End of story.
Yeah.
Period.
And he always likes to play this game. Like, what did I do to you? He's always talking about who drew first blood. Again, a childish mentality of like, you started it is what he always likes to say. But I'll never forget when we made fun of John, like back then, we would just do a podcast and then we move on. The next week we do a totally different show and we just keep going. And John was one of the first, well, he was the first guy to threaten to have my legs broken by mob guys that he knows in New York. And I'll never forget, guys. I'm like, oh, we got to keep talking about John. Yeah. This really pissed him off.
Oh, he's tried everything. He was going to get you by copyright. He's going to sue you. He went to the FBI. I mean, no, can't do it.
No, he struck my YouTube channel. He tried to get my Patreon taken down and was actually made me make updates to how my Discord and Patreon were connected in order to have it not taken down. He made fun of my dad's cancer. He talked about leaking nudes of my wife. He called the Rochester Police Department to get me arrested for making fun of his kids. He tried to get DabbleCon 2 shut down by having his buddy at the bar call the club and say he was an attorney. I love that he acts like he's like it's done nothing to me in all of this.
And don't forget the fact that when he called the Rochester Police, they knew who I was.
Right, that was the most important detail.
They always do.
Yet helping is my mantra.
Yeah, that's right.
But that was so funny because when he called the RPD, I think that was around the time that him and I had those 2 episodes together where we got to have face-to-face conversations.
Oh, that's right.
And I asked him, I go, why would you call the RPD on me? And he goes, because you made fun of my kids.
Well, the same reason you got security at the casino. They're trashing my kids over here. Kelp.
He wants to be a lawyer. He has no idea how the law works.
I think you're forgetting one thing, though, Carl, through all this.
I'm a good man. You guys could all like
He's
to
a good
think that
man.
I'm not, but I'm a very good man.
I love that.
What a clown.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, he turned into John Candy from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles there.
I like me. Yeah.
I like me. My clients like me.
Wow.
All right. So I was also checking out, and this got recommended to me by a couple of different people. I thought it'd be good for the Drew Lane show. Is, of course, Club Random with Bill Maher. Can't get enough of Bill Maher getting drunk in his basement. And he's got Billy Corgan on, who's always an interesting guest on podcasts. You want to take a look at what was going on in that conversation, Drew?
Oh, absolutely. No, I was excited. These are two guys that are pretty thoughtful guys, and I was really intrigued to see them interact.
Yeah, me too. I'm a fan of both of theirs. I was a big Smashing Pumpkins fan, and I've heard Billy Corgan. He's out there. He'll tell some crazy stories. I know we've talked about it before, but I remember him on Howard Stern years ago talking about how he's seen shapeshifters.
Yeah.
And some pretty wild stuff. So I'm always interested to hear what he has to say. They do get into AI talk. We'll get into that, but it starts pretty awkwardly. And Drew, this is something that you were picking up on when you were watching the show. Billy is talking about how they share makeup people.
Yeah.
He's going, Bill, we kind of have some of the same makeup people that work on our shows. And Bill's like, we do? I don't know anything about that. But yeah, by clip number 1, he makes this very awkward. He's very impressed with Bill's skin.
I was going to talk about your skin because
This is a little weird, Mrs. Robinson. This conversation is getting a little weird.
well, Bill, I mean, your skin looks so good. So I'm always back channeling, trying to figure out what you do for your skin, Richard. I won't reveal the secrets I've learned.
I found him to be awkward in a lot of places, Carl. I really did.
Yeah, there's a whole porn conversation that we're going to get into that gets very awkward. But the other thing that Billy Corgan does, he does try to sound smart.
Yes.
And I think Bill Maher brings that out of people because he considers himself an intellectual, and so you want to try to get up to his
in the topics he chooses. Yeah.
I feel like it just kind of spills out of Bill. I don't think he's trying that hard. I feel like Billy's trying to make you know how intelligent he is. Now, I'm not saying he's not intelligent, but I feel like he's trying really hard.
Yeah, so this is Drew's second clip where he was picking up on that, Mark.
I think we need to say culturally, societally, left, right, American, don't care, ambivalent. Political violence has to be off the table. It cannot be an instrument to achieve goal. It just can't. It can't be rationalized. It can't be asterisked. It just can't. It just can't, because what we have is so rare. And both of us are the beneficiaries of a free market system. And that free market system's not fair to everyone.
Isn't this just a big duh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have said that much more succinctly in one sentence.
Yeah, it was 30 seconds long just to say political violence isn't right. But he kept using different words. Yeah,
I know. People keep saying it. I feel like it's so obvious, too. I don't even think it needs to be said, but he just...
Well, there are some idiots that don't That's not seeking into their heads, though.
But just say political violence is wrong.
Maybe when Billy Corgan says it, some nut job will go, oh, maybe I shouldn't.
Well, the tone of this episode does start weird because it was recorded the day that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. So Bill's in a weird headspace, and so they're talking about this kind of heady stuff and serious stuff. But then, thank God, 12, 14 minutes in, we get into porn talk.
Yeah.
This is my clip number one, Mark. This is where the porn talk begins, and Billy likes to make everything awkward.
Okay, next time, not that you would ever watch porn. I don't watch porn
every day.
Okay, God bless.
Yeah,
I don't watch porn. I don't believe in watching porn.
Really?
And no judge.
I'm not judging, and
I'm not judging in reverse.
And if you did, I wouldn't care. You can judge me all you want.
Next time you're masturbating in front of a porno, Bill, I hope I don't enter your mind. That's kind of what I'm saying.
What?
You will not. You definitely will not.
Why is he saying that? That's so weird. What?
I know. The way he talks about porn is so childish. Like, next time you're masturbating in front of a porno with your penis in your hand.
Why would he think of Billy Corgan?
Awkward.
Right. That's why Bill Maher's like, trust me, I will not be thinking of you, sir.
I don't know.
No worries on that.
He does that a lot of times, though. I feel like he makes it awkward. Like, hey, I want to talk about your skin. And, don't think of me when you're doing porn. It's like, I don't want him to be I don't want him in my friend group.
Right.
I think he'd be too weird.
Billy Corgan would be like the friend that you were excited to hang out with the first couple times. And they're just like, I don't think I enjoy hanging out with this dude. It's making me uncomfortable.
It gets weird.
My clip number 2 is him trying to sound really smart while talking about his stance on porn.
Oh, it's what I've been saying, because I get asked a lot about it in music interviews. Is my general thing is it's over. It's already over. The world you thought of music. Just start with music.
That's not the right clip.
I didn't get a number 2.
Fuck me. All right, well then let's move on from that. Let's go to Drew's. No, it's my fault, I think. Let's go to Drew's clip 3 because we're still talking about porn, and he's got a thought experiment Billy does here.
Oh.
So you're watching a porn with a young woman. And it doesn't matter what's happening. It's just she's involved on some level.
On some level, I fucking hope so. If not, it's gay porn.
In Billy's thought experiment, stop for a moment if you can.
Yes.
If you're not so caught up in passion.
I'm so into this now. I want to hear this so badly.
Stop and think that that's somebody's daughter.
No.
Bill spits. Spit take. That's great.
Why?
Well-timed spit take right there.
That was great.
Why would you do that? Why is he trying to ruin porn?
You wouldn't do it.
No, don't ever do that.
And maybe
it's also not a hot take.
No.
And maybe it's consensual. Maybe that chick gets off on doing it.
Well, right, and that's the conversation that they pretty much have. Bill justifies it by saying, well, there's a bunch of nymphomaniacs who just want to have sex all day, and I want to watch that.
Yeah.
And my clip number 4, again, Billy is just trying to sound intelligent and just ruining porn for everybody. Or this is Drew's clip number 4.
It requires a level of disassociation. In essence, you have to, on some level, disassociate that this is a human being who may or may not be in that position for all the wrong reasons. Maybe it's all the right reasons. I'm friends with a very famous porn star who did it purposely, intentionally, and is not damaged by it.
Right.
And is totally fine with it.
Yes. Porn stars are nymphomaniacs.
I feel like he just likes hearing his own voice. It's either, I would say he probably likes smelling his own farts more, but he loves hearing his own voice. I think that's the only reason he's podcasting.
But Billy also makes it seem like I have to meet the girl's parents afterwards. Like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Underwood, I was jerking off to your daughter this morning. I hope we're cool still.
And, of course, he knows a porn star is in it for all the right reasons. And he cleared that with her. Why would you even talk about that with her?
And also, porn is the one good thing that comes out of bad parenting. Bad parenting makes a lot of problems in this world, but thank God there's porn.
There's a need for it.
Right. So this is Drew's clip 5. For whatever reason, Billy is obsessed with Bill Maher's dick.
What?
By that classification, then you're a porn star.
I could have been. I may have missed my calling. I've thought of that many times.
You got the frame for it.
Well, let's not tip our mitt too much. But
I mean, I've heard from women it's usually the skinny guys that are packing the Sinatra heat.
Okay. It's just unseemly to ever talk about your dick. So I'm not going to start.
Is this the first time you've ever talked about your penis on your show?
No, but
In fact-
one of my ex-girlfriends once talked about it on Howard Stern.
Really?
Yes, and I loved it because she blew his mind.
Okay, good. I have to find that clip.
Yeah, you'll have to find that clip.
Really?
What?
Wow, was he excited?
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Drew just wrote in the notes, get a room with Mars dick.
Why is he? I mean, it's so awkward. It's like, that's why I was watching something. I could not be friends with him. I love Bill Maher. It'd be fun to talk to Bill Maher. Billy Corgan would just bum me out over and over.
Why, you don't want to talk about your dick?
Or
with
my
Billy?
skin.
Or your skin?
Guys, I've hung out with you guys over a half dozen times now. None of you have asked me about my dick. You only want to talk about producer Chris's dick for whatever reason. It's very upsetting.
He barely knows Bill Maher, and he's really. I can see your dick or hear about it. Wow.
Full disclosure, I did look for that clip from the Howard Stern show. I couldn't find it.
Oh, okay.
It would have been nice to hear what Bill's ox had to say about his penis.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're obsessed with Bill's dick too, Carl? Jeez.
No, I am. Now that Billy's talking about it so much. All right, my clip number 3. I just titled this "Billy's very optimistic about the future of music."
Oh, it's what I've been saying, because I get asked a lot about it in music interviews. Is my general thing is it's over. It's already over. The world you thought of music, just start with music. It's over. It's already over. You don't see it, but it's over.
I think that's exaggerating.
Well, it's funny because Bill is trying to comprehend this and process it. And Bill says, yeah, it's just like when Bob Dylan went electric. And Billy's like, oh, okay. And they kind of go through that a little bit. It's like, well, that didn't destroy music by any means. So I'm not sure that that's a good comparison to what Billy's saying.
Why does he say it's over?
So what Billy is saying, he even said in 2030, in 5 years, that most people will listen to AI music, and there will actually be a subgenre that is organic music or whatever they call it, where it's actual musicians creating music. And there will be people who want that, but the majority of people won't give a shit. And they'll just listen to whatever they want to listen to that's just created by computers.
But wouldn't the best music be created by musicians on AI as opposed to just regular Joes trying to make music on AI? So, I mean, and wouldn't those artists rather make their own music?
He talked about that too. He was talked about how right now, everything that's getting churned out in Nashville has some element of AI in it when they're recording. So even when there are musicians and songwriters, they're still using AI. And I see Billy's point, but then he goes on to say that, you know, Bill, you probably have a staff of comedy writers on your HBO show. And Bill says, yeah, we do. He goes, that's going to all be replaced by AI. And
No
Bill's
way.
like, I don't think AI can do comedy. And I agree with Bill on that.
Yeah, comedy's too
Yeah.
subjective, right?
How can you get all the nuances and the attitude of somebody into AI? I mean, I suppose it's possible, but I don't know.
Sometimes jokes are funny and they don't make any sense. You don't even know why they're funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like comedy, I don't think artificial intelligence will ever be able to pull off. I could be wrong.
Yeah, comedians pull out the strangest things from a conversation or an interaction that can become so funny. I don't know. I can't picture it, but what do I know?
Well, the best comics look at something from multiple angles, which I don't know if AI would ever do that. Although you never know.
So then Bill is actually pretty thoughtful on this. He goes on to talk about how AI is being programmed by the woke. And you know how Bill feels about the woke, obviously. But he gives an example that I thought was interesting. He says, if you ask AI what my best special is, this is Bill Maher talking. He goes, it gets it wrong. It talks about a special from 20 years ago when I was much more left-leaning that really goes after conservatives. And so in AI's mind, they think that's my best special. It's not. It's actually didn't age well. It's not very good. And he said something that I totally agree with. He goes, why does AI have opinions? Why would you ask AI what someone's best piece of art is? Does it answer?
Yeah.
I mean, best-selling, best-selling or, you know.
Highest rated, yeah.
Things like that would certainly be great to have AI for all kinds of stuff like that. I ask AI, like, how many albums did this particular album sell or how many streams does it have? But to pick out the best,
well, you would think if you asked like what the best is, the response should be, well, this one sold the most or this one was the highest rated. But
so how do the fucking woke people get control of AI already?
Oh, I mean, that's been going on for a while. I mean, it's crazy. AI has scolded me multiple times when I've asked it questions. I worded the question incorrectly according to them. It's wild.
What are you asking AI that you're getting scolded for?
Oh, gosh, I knew you were going to ask me for an example. It's happened so many times, especially when I'm doing research for the Creep Off. because the Cream Off is a true crime show I do,
yeah.
and it gets wild from time to time. But I'll come back with an example. I can't think of it on top of my head right now.
No, I think I know what you're talking about because I've gotten rebuffed.
Well, okay, I'll give you an example. I'll say something like, who was the most prolific African American serial killer out of Detroit? Because we're doing a category,
Carl Watts.
Specifically. And it'll lecture me something just like, well, it doesn't matter if a serial killer is black or not. It's actually white people are more likely to be serial killers. Like it'll literally lecture me on that shit. I'm like, that's not my question. I'm not looking for a lecture about what I should be looking for. That kind of shit they do all the time.
I don't even want to know why that exists, but that's really annoying.
It is annoying. So as they're talking about music, and Bill Maher did this with Billy Joel too, where he talks about how I still have an iPod with the spinning wheel on it, and that's the best technology for listening to music. And he explains it's because he could create a playlist on his iPod that's made for him, and nothing else can do that. My clip number 4.
Okay.
Just the way, like, why do I use the old iPod, the old one, the wheel one, Bill?
The one where Billy Joel is featured prominently.
Yeah. Among others. Why? Because, like, I like to put my playlist together in a way that, like, none of those services can do. Because they can only, if you say play songs like this, they just take it from the same era. I can play a song 40 years apart from another song.
I see.
And they have the exact same vibe, but they're from completely different eras. And Pandora can't do that.
Can someone please explain to Bill? I know he's got a 28-year-old girlfriend. Someone's got to explain to Bill how Spotify works.
Yeah.
It's not Pandora from 2012 anymore. You can program any playlist you want. It can be the exact playlist you love on your iPod. It doesn't have to be on an iPod. It can be on your phone now.
Yeah.
I do think it's kind of funny that nobody can make a mixtape like me.
That's hilarious. And
We all
Billy
feel
even gives
that
him a
way.
shot like, yeah, I know. Billy Joe. I saw the interview. I get it. Very funny. All right. The last thing I want to tackle here, because you saw when they were talking about porn, Billy says, I don't know if you're into younger girls. I'm not here to judge. And Bill Maher's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely into younger girls. Like, okay, whatever. I'm not judging. So Billy Corgan, his wife just gave birth.
Carl, I was so shocked by this.
Me too. I thought this was a really funny back and forth. Billy Corgan makes a quick joke that goes over Bill Maher's head, but you could tell that Bill was sitting on this comment that he made about him liking younger girls, because this comes out, he kind of lashes out. My clip 5.
You just had a baby, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. And thank God it looks like me.
And how many baby mamas do you have?
Only one.
Oh, wow.
Only one.
You call yourself a rock star?
In fact, as we're taping this today, my wife just turned 33. So I'm.
So you're robbing the cradle too. Where you like you? They're like, and Bill, you like young women. I mean, how old are you?
58.
How dare you?
Busted.
Okay.
I love it.
So this is a great back and forth. You notice that Billy Corgan made a joke about his wife not being faithful to him. It just kind of went right over Bill's head. But I love that he tries to get him back for like, oh, okay, so you're into younger girls too. And then they realize, okay, Billy's only been married for a couple of years, but they've been together a lot longer.
Yeah.
And Bill really needs to drive this point home. My clip number 6, and then there's a kicker in 7.
So you were with her when she was in her young 20s.
We met when she was 19, and I was
19
Mm-hmm.
beats me. I at least wait till there's a
Bill,
2 in front of their name.
Now Bill is able to give Billy grief for dating a chick when she was 19 years old.
Billy Corgan would have been 44.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's pretty creepy.
So Billy's comeback on this, I thought, was epic and a great way to end this segment.
Bill, you're a great you're a great orator, you're a great comedian, you're a great thought leader.
Oh,
but I'm a rock star, Bill.
That's so true. That is so true. I cannot fight that. You are so right about that. You are a rock star, and you deserve those extra 2 years.
Did not see that coming.
I know, because Billy's so reserved usually and just modest, and they're just like, yeah, man, I wrote I can't even think of it. A cherub
Today,
rock.
yeah.
Oh, butterflies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, I thought Billy Corgan's girlfriend would be like 59.
Yeah, because he seems like that kind of guy, right?
Does, yeah.
So
Wow.
anyway, it was a fun conversation.
Hey, Carl, that's the last cut, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I do want to ask one thing. Did I hear that Howard Stern has dropped politics?
He claims he's not going to talk about politics anymore. And I was wondering if his show is going to be 12 minutes long or just 8.
Did he say why?
Well, I didn't hear that segment, but I'm sure it's because of how much grief he's gotten.
The ratings maybe have something to do with that?
Yeah, the fact that he probably doesn't have a good stance in the negotiations for a new contract. Gonna try to bring some people back to listen again.
Oh, that is interesting that he would do that before his contract is up, too. So maybe that would offer some hope for the future for Sirius. Because, he's going nowhere now, going nowhere fast.
Yeah, and he had some hot takes on Jimmy Kimmel. In fact, today on Who Are These Broadcasters, I know that Christian Blatt was bringing in a bunch of clips when Howard finally got to talk about the Jimmy Kimmel thing, because, of course, he didn't come back on the air until Monday, so they'd already been talked about to death. But apparently Howard is canceling his Disney Plus subscription. Now, I don't know if that's changed now that it's been announced that Jimmy's back on tonight, but that was Howard's big power play on this one.
Ooh. Okay.
Who cares?
I wonder how many people canceled their Disney Plus, because there were a lot of stories. If you read left-leaning newspapers or watched left-leaning media, they would tell you that, the searches for Disney canceled are way up. And I thought, I wonder how many really were. Disney did capitulate.
Well, Disney's been silencing speech the other way for a while now. Who was that woman they fired from Star Wars?
Gina
Carano.
Yeah.
Right, from The Mandalorian, because she had the wrong opinion on things. And I think it's hilarious that all of a sudden, they're not sure about what Jimmy Kimmel had to say about Charlie Kirk, and it's just I'm canceling. Everyone's freaking out on the left now.
No, I know it's a lot of hullabaloo that you don't see for many other people. I mean, there are a lot of people that got shut down, and not to mention that you couldn't talk about certain subjects on social media, like Hunter Biden's laptop or vaccine questions or things like that. And nobody seemed to be that upset. Not that, they shouldn't be up. They should have been upset then, and they should be upset now.
Yeah.
It should work both ways, but it never does. I mean, it's just fuck him or fuck him. That's it. No in between.
And I have a Disney Plus subscription because every now and again, the 4th or 5th Star Wars series they put out is kind of decent. So I still have it.
Did you love the poster for the show this year, the Star Wars theme?
Actually. It's Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Oh, Back to the Future. I'm sorry.
I have it right over here. It's already up on the wall. Producer Chris got this up for us. Troy Smith, very talented artist, turned all of us into different characters from the Back to the Future trilogy, which is hilarious.
Are those available anywhere, by the way? Or did you have to go to the show to get them?
We'll bring them to Detroit again next year. I always bring the old posters, but
cool.
if you want one, I have them here in my basement. So reach out to me and we can ship them out to you.
Cool. All right, Carl.
WTPshow@gmail.com to get in touch. And I want to tell you, because I know you're the one who brought this up to me, and I know you talked about it in your show. One of our most recent episodes up on our YouTube right now. It's also on our audio podcast, talking about Rock Bottom with Ned Fulmer.
That was great. I love that.
Former the Try Guys. You guys played some of those clips. Ariel, his ex-wife, is podcast poison.
She is so bad.
She can't get a thought out.
No, I thought you guys did a really good job of breaking it down.
Thank you. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And the Try Guys are so corny and so lame. And the fact that they took that so seriously, it's oh my gosh, a married man was having sex with a woman who wasn't his wife. Yeah, guys, can we get over it? Move on. What are we doing?
I know, and it's their friend, and it's it's clear that he can't be their friend anymore, which is to me the worst part. It's if this is your friend and he fucked up, he didn't. It's bad, of course, but not like he killed somebody.
They had to edit him out of old episodes of their show. Guys, calm down, relax.
No, that was really heavy. Oh, you know what? I want to mention you because I heard you guys talking about it, and you said that the Try Guys, okay, there's sort of a cross-pollination going on here because the exiled Try Guy, Ned Fulmer, who cheated on his wife with the food baby who works for the Try Guys or whatever, and had to be exiled, he's doing his first podcast after 3 years of virtual silence, and he's getting hundreds of thousands of views. It was over 700,000 last we heard. So the Try Guys were also, they're now doing a Try Guy thing, video every day for a month, right?
Yeah, they started a new channel, and you can check in with them every morning to try something new every day.
No thanks.
The reason I thought that was interesting, and I had just looked at their the Try Guys over the years, they're losing a lot of views. Like they used to do like 10 million a video, and now they're under 1 million. So I think they're trying to get something going.
Are you saying Ned was the most important Try Guy?
I think they were losing viewers then too, but I think they're slowly but
stupid.
surely.
Yeah.
I'll say this, Mark. I don't know a lot about the Try Guys, but Ned's definitely the coolest.
Absolutely.
Wait, you don't like General Zod? That Asian guy?
The guy
there was a guy I thought was trans when I was watching the video. Their apology video where they're all so serious.
Yeah.
I know, we played it.
To HR and PR and attorneys and
No, they're almost crying. It's ridiculous.
so ridiculous.
It's fun to watch though. And what's on Who Are These Podcasts tomorrow?
Tomorrow, of course, I'll be joined by Adam Bush and producer Chris. And you might get a kick out of this because Adam Bush was in Karmic X's chat last night and got Karmic to really lose his mind. Kind of big reaction out of him.
Oh, sweet.
So we'll be covering that. Also, Opie is buying views. It's so weird. We watch him and he sits there and he's got like a couple hundred people watching him. And then the show ends and it's got 27,000 views. And Opie's like bragging about it. So E-Rock might stop by to talk about that. He's keeping a close eye on it.
I cannot believe he thinks no one is going to notice that.
And this is the thing. And again, I was texting with Anthony about this because Anthony, when he sees this shit, reaches out to me all the time about it. Opie has to be trying to impress someone or some company. It's the only thing I can figure. He's trying to get a job somewhere because what other reason is there for buying all these views? He's got, what did Anthony send me today? He's got a show that has 19,580 views and 2 comments. Doesn't make any sense.
Anyone that knows anything knows that he's buying views.
Just turn off the comment section if you're going to do that. Then you can at least act like you're thin-skinned.
Wow, that's weird. I mean, I knew it meant a lot to him. I didn't know it meant that much to him. I mean,
no, I think he really is trying to get hired because he was all happy with his iHeart deal that he signed a few months ago, and we haven't heard a word about it since.
It's a nothing deal. They're just basically taking his podcast on their. I mean, that's nothing. I think they put some ads on there, maybe a couple ads, but they don't pay him much. I guarantee it.
Yeah. They just it's just another source of inventory for their dynamic ads that they sell.
Yeah, and for the views he's getting, it's probably a couple $100 a month at the most.
Yep, sounds right.
All right, cool. We'll be watching tomorrow, Carl.
Thanks so much, guys. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
See you.
See you.